What's up, you guys? We are here with another episode of A Piece of Advice. It's your host, Ladur. Thank you for stopping in. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and share. And if you are listening on Apple Music or Spotify, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you're new here, howdy. You have now discovered a podcast where we talk about all things life, healing, entrepreneurship, everything under the sun. You never know what you'll get. If you're returning here, what's up, you guys? How was your week? Thank you for tuning in again. Anywho, that being said, let's just kind of dive in to the episode right away. I think that one of the most important decisions that people can make is not fight or flight, but when it's time to pull back instead of pushing back. And I say that to say this. I think that one of the most important things for someone to do who is on their healing journey, who is investing in themselves, who is really serious about just providing and creating that safe space for themselves is protecting your peace. Some people do not even know peace. Some people don't have that safe space. Some people don't even feel peace. But it starts with very small decisions. In an argument, if you're saying the same thing 5 times, you've said all you can say, you have nothing else you can say, nothing more to say, and the person's just going and going and going and going and going. You don't have to continue sitting through it. You can make the decision of, listen, I've said all I can, I've heard your points, I've listened, I've responded, I've told you, but you're still not XYZ. And you can remove yourself from that conversation. You can literally create the reality that you want. You can create the space that you want. You have that free will, you have the opportunity, and you are in that position. Don't let anyone trick you out your position. Your peace of mind is the most expensive thing that you have. Do not play with its value and lend it out to people, because you're going to be in debt. Your peace is 100% your responsibility. It is not up to anyone else to make sure that you are at peace, that you are okay, it's not. It is for you to figure out what makes me feel good. If I could be anywhere in the world, where am I going to feel the most at home? Where am I going to feel the most safe? And this could be in your house. It could be in someone else's house. It could be at a park. It could be on the beach. Where is it that you feel the peace? What is it that provides you or allows you to be centered, to not be, upset, too happy, triggered? Just what keeps you stable? What keeps you in that element? And those are the kind of questions that you have to ask yourself so you can find that for yourself. A peace of mind is a day where if I'm overstimulated or I have a lot going on, I cannot take on anyone else's burdens, their problems, or even sometimes their energy, because sometimes it could be something as simple as a conversation, a friend calling you to vent about whatever problems they're going through in their relationships. Oh, this person did it. Energy is transferable. If you don't want your peace of mind to be disrupted, or your peace, or whatever it is, just don't allow anyone to interrupt it. And you don't have to go missing. You don't have to go ghost. You can literally communicate and verbalize, hey, I'm not at a space right now to take this on. Do you mind if we talk about this later? And if you feel like it's something where this person really needs me right now, you're choosing to put your peace to the side in order to show up for them, that's okay too. But understand that your peace is 100% your responsibility. It's important to recognize the times when you're not at peace, you're not centered, and you need to be able to unplug. For me, for example, I become extremely irate. I'm easily irritable. when I become extremely overstimulated, that there's so much going on that, you know, around me there's not much happening maybe, but on the inside I feel all these different emotions and I'm just not centered. I also know that I need to take a step back and unplug and just find peace or a little quiet moment when I am on go for hours. So I'm waking up to deal with the kids, I'm dropping them off to the bus, or I'm just waking up to get them ready, or I'm taking them to doctor's appointments and then I'm automatically on my phone. When I'm starting my morning at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I don't even have 30 minutes for myself to jump start and kick off my day, I'm just automatically, you know, dealing with everyone else's stuff and I don't have a minute for myself. In that moment, I know that I'm going to need some time to recoup, recenter, find my peace of mind, and then I can come back out. I think one of the biggest things with me and one of the biggest key factors becomes my tone. I become short-tempered, I'm irritated, and I'm automatically overstimulated. I cannot function unless I'm at a centered place. I can't. It becomes too much and I need to unplug. A lot of the times, the things that we need to do is easier said than done. There are times that I choose my peace of mind and I do feel guilty for that. I don't know if that is something that'll continue to happen as I get older or if this is just one of those things that, you know, I'm not new, but I'm newish to the healing journey, the healing process, the healing things. I've only been choosing myself for a good 2-3 years. Not that long. I'm consistently healing. And, you know, sometimes my family's calling and it's like, I know the situation with my family and my family members, and it's like, I used to feel like I always needed to answer the phone. But it's always an overwhelming conversation. It's always something along those lines that sometimes I just can't deal with it. So now I'm at a point that sometimes I don't answer the phone. But I do still send a message like, hey, you guys okay? Everything good? Or I'll just call back at a later time when I feel like, you know what, I prepared myself for whatever this call is going to take. I prepared myself for this. I know that this is what I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like things of that nature. And it's not always the easiest thing to do because sometimes choosing yourself means you're not choosing the next person. And that person can be somebody that means a lot to you. So in turn, the way that they take it when you choose yourself and not them, you know, they can have an opinion on that. They can have feelings towards that. But it is something that you need to do because if you're not putting yourself first and your peace of mind first and your centering first, then who is? It's important to set boundaries in order to make sure your peace is maintained as much as possible. It's important to practice finding your place of peace and making time for yourself daily. I mean, a little way to do that is when you first wake up in the morning, don't automatically grab your phone and throw yourself into the worldly events and the worlds of everybody else's lives. When you first wake up in the morning, take the first 30 minutes or an hour for yourself. Tune in with yourself. Hey, how are you feeling? You know, when you go to sleep at night, sometimes you have dreams and they're good dreams and you have nightmares. You could wake up with lasting feelings. Like, just figure out with where you are, how you feel, what's going on with you, and check in. Check in first thing in the morning. Take 15 or 20 minutes throughout the day. People have jobs. Okay, well, you get a break. You don't get a break, at least take a 15-minute one, you know? And just sit there and check in with yourself of how you're feeling, what you need. Are you good? You doing good? Do something for yourself every single day. It doesn't have to be, okay, you're going to the spa today, and tomorrow you're going to get a massage, and then the day after that you're buying yourself some new shoes, and then the day after that it doesn't have to be that. It can be small stuff like, you know what? I like ice cream and cookies. Tonight I'm going to have some ice cream and cookies. Or, you know, I just want to indulge in tacos, or I'm eating out today, or, you know, I've been wanting to read this book. I'm going to start this book today. Or I've been meaning to just, sometimes there's a longer list of things that we want to do than things that you actually do. And it's not that you don't have time. You just don't make it. Make the time for yourself. Make the time to check in with yourself. Make the time for you, because if you don't, no one else will. And even if they do, it's not 100% the same, because there's someone else still there. Do the things that you need to do for you. Your peace is expensive. It is precious. Create it. Maintain it. Protect it. Guard it like your life depends on it. Because honestly, it does. Thank you for watching another episode of A Piece of Advice. Remember to put your peace first and carve out time for you, always. I'll see you guys next week.
Wow.